Dressmakers and friends, welcome back again on the channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to stitch on your seed beads to your fabric. The seed beads is really these tiny beads. They are also called the sand beads as well. You can see them in various colors on my table right now. This is the fabric that we are going to be using. Also, the seed beads usually come in different sizes from size 3, size 2, and size 1. I'm going to be showing you shortly. This is the fabric that I'm going to be using. First thing, I'm going to be drawing the outline, and also I'm going to be showing you all the beads that we are going to be using. This video is going to be really educative. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be outlining this sketch that I've done with my pencil so that you all can see it clearly, because I realized that the first one I made with a fabric marker wasn't so visible. Now that we have drawn our outline, the next thing is for us to get our needle and our thread ready. Afterwards, here is the beads, which is the seed bead or the sand beads, okay? These are all size 2. As you can see, they all look similar. This one I'm holding is a size 1. And then this one I'm showing you right now is a size 3. You can see this is bigger than what we have on this table. Now that you have seen the different sizes, and they also exist in different colors. So when you are getting them in the market, do well to get your preferred size and your preferred color. Can you see? A size 1 is smaller than a size 2, and a size 2 is smaller than a size 3, and that is how the seed beads usually come in. Now I am going to be stitching on this bead. Come with me carefully as we stitch on this bead. Now I'm trying to choose, should I go with the red or the pink? I've also gone ahead to thread my beading needle, okay? So if you have a beading needle, I'm using the long one for this, but if you have the short size 10, size 11 or 12, you can use it as well, okay? Now the first thing is for me to secure my thread into my fabric. Whether you're working on a blouse, a skirt, wherever it is, first of all, do your start stitch. Make sure that the start stitch is really good. This will prevent your beads from falling off, okay? Although the seed bead is very tiny, but you don't have to worry about it. All you need to do is just pick one at a time, just like you normally do with any other size of beads, okay? Bring the beads down, alright? And then you go into your fabric next to where the bead ends, just as you have seen me done right now. Now, as you come out from your fabric, still on the outline that you have drawn, you would choose your spacing. The space between one bead and the other. Yes, see the way I repeat the process again. Go in, then come out with your spacing. Take a look at it again. Pick a bead, okay? Go in, alright? And then come out with your spacing. Now, I'll also let you know that you can actually do multiple beads at a time, alright? But the process is still the same. Pick up the number of beads that you think that you want to work with per time. In this case, I'm just using one bead, just to show you in case you want to actually secure one bead, because this is actually more like the one that is most difficult because the beads are really tiny. Alright, so you can do multiple beads at once, 2 beads, pick your spacing, 5 beads, pick your spacing. You can just do the number of beads, especially when you're trying to cover like a wide area, or depending on the design that you are trying to create. So all of this is what influences how many beads that you are picking at once, but the process of you stitching it to the fabric is still the same thing. Another thing is make sure that your spacing is a lot even, okay? If you are choosing a shorter spacing, make sure it's short. You can see in the first few ones that I did, I made a short spacing, and in this next one that I'm doing, I'm using a longer spacing. I just did that to show us the difference, okay? And also ensure that your tension is nice. if you have something like this, it means the tension is too hard. So release it and ensure that everything relaxes. Alright, so this is what you have to keep doing on whatever outline it is that you have drawn on your dress or on your blouse while you are using the seed beads. Now let me take a moment to say a special shout out to the newest community member, Osagede Rachel. Thank you for subscribing to the membership. Thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, welcome on board. All right, so the community membership is open for all. It's just a way by which you can support this channel by joining, and you have to do that with a little token, and then you can get access to some other exclusive videos that is not publicly available on the channel. When you become a member, you get to see highly educative video and some other behind the scenes that we do not really show publicly on the channel. It's also a way by which you support this channel, because you have to like give a token for that. It's actually a small token, and it actually goes a long way to support everything that we are doing on this channel. So thank you to everyone that has ever been a member of the sewing circle of this channel. Okay, so let's continue with our tutorial. Now I am working on the flower outline that I have drawn, and in this case you see me using multiple beads. Like I told you earlier, I'm using 2 beads for this. All right, so the plan and the technique is still the same thing which I did earlier. You just have to keep following the outline that you have drawn, so that whatever you draw is what the result is going to look like at the end of the day. Okay, so this is how far I have come now, and then by the time you are done, you should have something that looks something like this. And I'm going to be doing in the inner circle, I'll be having an outline using the back stitch technique. I've taught us that how to bead on a straight outline without no spacing and without breaks in between. Okay, so I'm sure that this video has been really helpful to you. So now is a good time to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a sweet comment. Let me know what you think. Apologies, by the time I was filming this, it was already getting dark, but I'm sure that the video is still clear enough for you to understand what it is that I am doing. If you do not understand how I was able to bead this without any spacing in between, I'm going to link a video up here for you to watch and to see how you can arrange beads without any space in between. All right, thank you so much to everyone that has joined. Thank you for liking. Thank you to everyone that has been a part of this channel. Don't forget to leave me some sweet comments in the comment section, and I'll see you again in this next tutorial that you see right here. Thanks for watching.